Start. Time plays an important part in every action of every person throughout the days, yet time is something about which we know very little and about which we understand even less. Stop. If in our desire to understand a little better the real meaning of time, we read a modern book on the subject, it is probably the experience of many of us that we understand it even less at the end of our reading than at the beginning, that we know indeed very little about the world in which we live. Stop. We read, for example, that everything that has been still is that everything which is to come in the future already exists. Stop. We read that the events which make up life are like the stations along the railway line. Stop. A train is running along that line towards one of these stations. Stop. It reaches the station. It perhaps waits there for a very little while and then it passes on, leaving the station behind it. Stop. But the station existed before the train reached it and it continues to exist after the train has left it. Stop. In the same way, it is said the things which happen in life are there all the time, waiting for us to reach them. Stop. We reach them and experience them and pass on, leaving them behind us. Stop. According to the writers of these modern books, these events existed before we knew of them and will continue to exist when we ourselves are no more. Stop. They will exist, in fact, for as long as anything as we understand it exists. Stop. Stanza. We read these statements and think carefully about them, and at first it seems that the statements cannot be true, that we cannot seriously be expected to believe them. Stop. Then perhaps we remember some of the things we were told as children and which we have always believed to be true. Stop. As children, we learned that many of the little points of light which appeared above us at night are really great bodies which are millions of miles away from the earth. Stop.